Hey everyone, here's a quick refresher for how to unpack your writing task. So you'll notice we have some text here and we also have CUB at the bottom. So first thing we're going to do is read the entire text. Eating vegetables is important to keeping a person healthy. Sometimes it is difficult to get fresh vegetables. Write an informational essay that explains how people are now able to eat healthier. Use evidence from the text to support your ideas. So the first thing we should do is note that this section is just a summary and this section is the task. So when we unpack the task, the only thing we are unpacking is this area here. Okay, and this is where we start with our CUB. The first thing to do is circle the mode. We only have two modes. It's either going to be informational, which means you're writing to explain, or it's going to be opinion, which means we are writing to inform somebody on which side they should choose. So when I read this, I have the word informational essay, so I'm going to circle that. That tells me that I am just writing to explain a topic. Okay, so I have now done circle the mode. The next one is underline the task, and the task always starts with a clue word. It might be explains, it might be identify, describe, compare, contrast. Any of those are clue words for what you're supposed to be doing. So here I see the word explains. So that means that I will be explaining in my essay. So I'm going to underline from the word that kind of clued me in to the end of the sentence. So now I know my task is to explain how people are now able to eat healthier. That's my task. That's what I will be explaining when I write. The next thing is to block in any keywords. Those are keywords that have to do with topic. So topic here is people, but then I need to think, what about the people? The people have to eat healthier. So I'm going to box in those two parts. Okay, so I have now CUB'd. The last thing to do is to create a question. So I only look at the part that is underlined. And you will always have a question word. So you will notice that in the writing task, the underlined part, the question word they start with is the word how. So that's how I can start my question. I can also think about the words that I boxed in. Those probably need to be in my question since those are important words. So how can people eat healthier? Okay, so now I have the question that I'm going to try to answer. I'm going to try to find evidence for when I read my article. I'm going to answer, how can people eat healthier? Okay, so all that now completes cubbing or unpacking the task.